Yo, I heard you've been selling in my ends, fam.
I've been told you and RJ's man, them these are my ends, fam. The shooter's been pre you still.
You're gonna get strong.
Yeah, eh?
Straight.
Who the fuck's your supplier, dog?
Who's yours?
Ask you first.
Viagra, who's yours?
Same. That means we're on the same team. Yo, my bad, fam.
Nah, you safe.
I'll catch you later still.
So welcome back to another episode of Nems World Uncut, brought to you by Content Day. Today we have my boy Bilal Dawson on the show. Up-and-coming content creator, comedian, and young filmmaker. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here and on the casting couch.
Yeah. It's about to get weird today. You'll see. You'll see how we do things around.
I'm not even surprised when it comes to you. You know, I already kind of got prepared.
So who slid into whose DMs first? Because I tried to go back to 2019, and I was gonna say Bilal slid into my DMs, but then
you and me?
Yeah, but then I sent you a video because you commented on a few of my videos, and then you DM me back. It's like, yo, that's hilarious.
So he slid.
So,
I slid.
I think you commented. I sent a video, and then you DM me.
Yeah, I'm a slut a little bit, cause yeah.
Well, I think if we're talking about DMs, you slid into his thing.
Technically, I shot the first DM.
But you knew what I was doing. I was putting up that. I was trying to do a little
You teased me.
I teased you a little
sent
bit.
A few. You put up some comments. I was like,
nice stuff.
Yeah.
And then you knew what you had to do.
So then she had the audacity to not make the pot roast when she is the woman of the household. And what does women do? They cook, clean, get fucked.
Absolutely. Yeah. Ridiculous. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Anyways, today we got Killshot Kev on Red Pill Soup.
Killshot.
So you hunt a male caribou every day to provide for your family.
That's true. You know, as the man of the household, I have to provide. You know, I have to sleep with multiple women, of course. And something that people don't know about the caribou is the most nutrient-dense part of the caribou is actually the testicles. So every morning I wake up my kids with my testicles.
Beautiful, like the Liver King.
Like the Liver King, exactly.
Tell that to some communist feminist scum.
One second.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Hello? Mom, you said you were gonna take out the trash. We talked about this at dinner. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe when you give me my $500 allowance, then maybe we can talk. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm doing the show. Yes, it's a real show. Okay, 8 p.m. Okay, love you. Bye.
Anyways, we call the shots because we got the fat cocks.
The fattest of cocks, indeed.
They don't have them.
You guys talking about fat cocks?
Oh, God.
Huh?
It's Big Dog.
Big Dog. Why they call him Big Dog?
Oh, you'll see.
Using my table.
Yeah, Big Dog, we're just talking. Nothing serious.
It's a nice couch you're sitting on. You like it?
It's great.
It's a great couch.
Yeah. I like it too. It's a nice couch. Fact. It's mine, yeah. It's my couch.
It's all yours, Big Dog.
It's mine. It's mine.
It's all yours, Big Dog.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
You can use my couch
It's throbbing.
and my table.
Thank you, Big Dog.
He seems nice.
He's the owner of the place.
Yeah, and since then we've shot a lot of special needs content that nobody really needs to see, but
Special needs content?
Hey, what do we shoot, bro?
What special needs content did we shoot?
Me and you on the street. What else we shoot? We
We've
shot
done a lot of things.
We shot a few
we've
weird
done a lot
the
of
jerk off skit.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Was that not released?
Yeah, it was released. It was around the Raptors championship era.
Yeah. And then Pass the Blunt.
What's that?
Yeah, pass the blunt.
Yo! Dude! What? Pass the man the blunt, you fucking idiot.
Oh, my bad.
Is that serious?
Pass the Blunt was funny. That was good.
It's almost like it's all a blur because like the fact that you say that we met in 2019, like I would have thought we knew each other even longer than that.
Straight up.
But we've made so much videos that like to me, like even when we were talking earlier, we were like, yeah, we were in the Pass the Blunt video. Like my mind's anything like after like a year, it's like erased in my memory. Like I can't remember shit. And
but that's you. You shot a lot more videos than me because I was focused on making a movie. Now I'm back in the content game.
How do you feel?
I'm a little nervous. I'm like, this is all kind of like, I was saying to Nima last week, I was like, I'm in between two generations. So I'm in the old film generation, and just as I was in my early 20s, like mid 20s, content became a thing. So now I'm like, okay, I'm making content now that I made my first film. And then some of my friends are like, yo, you need to make your next film. I'm like, there's no money in film anymore, bro. Like, unless you like break through Netflix, which I plan to. But I was gonna kind of get to that. Like, what are you working on right now, and what are your kind of goals in terms of like the different platforms? Because I see you're on Twitch. Yeah, that's something foreign to me. I know a few Twitch streamers, but like, what are you working on right now? That's the main thing.
I think it's funny you say that because like I feel that way with a lot of things too. Is like I'm coming from like a film background, right? So I went to school for film. And so
did all four of us.
So I didn't go for film.
Oh, sorry, he's an engineer.
I went.
God, that's a crazy. How you go from engineer to film? Yeah, no, but I think that's. I think like for me, like the goal has always been to be in films, to be like I guess I don't even want to say like a bigger platform because I mean. Yeah. TikTok and Instagram, like they're huge platforms. Like you can definitely be worldwide. Even on YouTube, like you look at people like Mr. Beast, like he is the biggest person in the world, right? So I find like on a sense of, I don't want to say like get too deep where it's like on a fulfillment sense, like at times I don't like being limited to skits. You know what I mean? Like I think something that I've been dealing with a lot in the last year is that I just feel like there's more to my personality and there's more to my, you know, things that I get, you know, I have passions for. Like I have passions for music, which you and me have talked about.
100%.
I have passions for making like, if I was to make a film, it wouldn't be comedy. So like, I don't really want to classify myself as a comedian. I just like to classify myself as, it sounds so whack, but to say an artist, like,
well, you are an artist.
I like the idea of being able to, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. Like, I don't want to just be, exactly. Like, I can't see myself just doing one thing. Like, there's so many passions that I have. So I think when you're asking what I have planned for the year, it's very much exploring those other, you know, those other passions and those other streams that I really do enjoy that now that I feel like I figured out my money, like, you know, I got brand deals, I got a show with Snapchat. Nice. I feel like now that I have those things to be a little bit more, I don't want to say comfortable, but at least I can relax, breathe a little bit. Now it's time to put that money behind the music, put that money behind those short films that I want to do, you know, take a risk to do something.
On your creativity.
Yeah, I saw a quote where it's like, you know, no risk, no story, 100%. Which I really like. And I think that in a sense, me making skits, I've become very comfortable, you know, like we've been making skits for 20, like you making a movie, that's a risk, right? Like for me,
took me 9 years.
I've been making skits since 2018. It's like, I can't keep doing this. Like I got to start taking a risk and taking other, you know, do bigger projects, whether or not that be bigger YouTube videos or put out music or put out, you know, a short film. Like that's something that I want to explore this year.
Yeah.
Have you started?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I've been recording music since 2019 and I've released nothing because there's just this thing of doubt, procrastinate.
I have 660 something songs I've written.
Something like, I feel that.
Just do it.
Oh, trust me, brother. I've been having this battle, this mental like struggle in my head that I think it's just, for me personally, it's because I'm in the comedy realm. To be taken seriously in that aspect has been a struggle for me, but it's not that deep. No one gives a fuck.
Maybe the comedy people are not even looking, and then they don't even know that you for that.
But it's something like Childish Gambino. I remember Childish Gambino when he started rapping. I'm like, who is this this like funny comedian guy trying to be like hard? And then when I really listened to his music, I'm like, oh damn. And you know, I got so much more respect for him after that.
Dude, there's so much people.
And it's funny you say Childish Gambino because he's one of my like influences. Same with Tyler, the Creator. You know, like there's people who, you know, if you're creative, like it's like a stream of consciousness that can go in any direction. It's not just in a unilateral direction of just this. And you know, I think that in a way, the last 2 years, even though I've been successful in comedy and in my videos and in the Snapchat show, I'm not like fulfilled. I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I used to have more fun when we were making like these crazy YouTube videos where I walked all of Yonge Street. Like that was a challenge. And for me, that brought me a lot more happiness.
We got 3 hours left into this, past Yonge and Shepherd, all these places. So let's go.
Even if it didn't get as much views, it was something in me like that I was like, man, I could do this all the time, you know? So I need to chase that.
About navigating.
Right, well, I mean, that's the thing. You've done different sort of styles of videos, whether it's more recently the streaming or even the reaction videos. What do you find? Are you gonna do more of that, or are you looking towards what anything else?
I think that
in terms of content creation.
Yeah, of course. I think that what I like about streaming a lot and something that I've been trying to focus a lot more on is building that community with your audience, right? So I can post a skit, but no one really knows who I am as a person, or even us having this conversation, some things that I say you might not be able to predict just based off my skits, right? So one thing I like about streaming is 3 hours completely unscripted. These people are like the people who watch me on stream. It's like these people are my friends, you know? Like we've built this relationship where it's stronger than just the person who watches a skit, likes and scrolls,
they're
right?
actually more interested in you than even your own immediate family members. So
exactly. And I think that, you know, if I can build that type of community, like I've been getting on Discord trying to build like people who even give me ideas for videos, and we generally talk about it, and then we make content based on, you know, what people are involved in the creation of these videos. I think those people are more likely to follow me when it comes to doing music, when it comes to doing more serious things, because like you said, it's not just one thing that they're interested in. They're interested as me as a person and just wanting to see my personal self-development. So
yeah, exactly. So that's the growth.
I think community is big, you know, building a community and even
it is. It's
1,000
huge.
true fans.
Exactly.
I was gonna say that. Who coined that? I don't know if it was.
I don't know.
Tim
It's one of the
Ferriss
legendary like digital marketing like tenets that you need. Like if you can get 1,000 true fans, just because you have 100,000 or like 500,000 followers doesn't mean you have 1,000 true fans.
Right.
Because each of those true fans is gonna buy whatever you put out, whatever 100%. Merch, because they believe in you, they follow you, they care about you. What's that?
Super fans.
Well, I don't know if they have to be super fans, but like true fans.
I saw a video too where I thought they called them super fans.
Some people, like Nima's got like what, around 300,000 followers on IG right now. He's growing rapidly. But like I compare him to other creators that have like, let's say 3 million, 2 million, and I look at the engagement, and Nima's fucking fans are like engagement, so many comments, it's all organic.
And
Whereas-
the thing that another thing that Nima does really well that like even like Austin as well does this, like something that I really respect with them that I've tried to implement in my own things is they for one, they genuinely care, you know, and they respond to all the comments. They get back to people. They're very, you can tell they're very passionate and committed to what they do. And there's some other creators, like you said, who have 3 mil. They don't give a shit about their fans. Like they kind of treat them like ass. And in a sense, it's like Nima can go do shows and people will come to the shows. And that's because he built, like we said, that community, that true like relationship with the audience, which it takes time.
I look at it like, okay, so you're on the internet, right? And you find somebody that you see and you start listening to them talk, you start getting interested in what they're doing. And you're like, I like this person, right? Because you probably wouldn't, if you met that person in real life, that's the type of person that you'd be friends with.
100%.
Right? So these are people who would actually just across the world, it's international, and they just like you and your personality.
Because you put yourself out there.
Right. You put your personality out there. So those people really are for you, the ones that are for you.
That's what I enjoy about content creation and just like social media. It's one of the pros of it because you're essentially selling and marketing your personality. You don't have to like give them every little private thing, but like essentially you're putting yourself out there, and if people kind of fuck with you, they fuck with you. But I don't know, I enjoy that aspect of it. Like and it's like it's a journey navigating that, obviously, but figuring out what you want to say and what you don't want to say.
Hi. This is also very important. This is electrical power station. You can charge your telephone, you can charge your car, you can charge everything which is chargeable.
How do you think things will, I always think about this, like, how do you feel like things will progress in the future? Like, do you feel like...
It's about to get weird, bro.
Like, even for film, it's you see this trend of films and like theaters dying, but then I went to go see Oppenheimer and Barbie back to back, man, and I was just like, man, I miss being in the theaters. you know?
I had that thought the other day. I went to see Barbie too, and it was packed, and I'm like, you know what? Movies aren't ever gonna die.
It will never die.
It's like theater.
It's an experience.
It's like theater was the entertainment hundreds of years ago before movies. People still go to theater today. And I think it's the experience, like you say. I think people are going to go to movies just for the experience.
Wouldn't it be crazy if like in the future it's like a theater, but everyone's just watching TikToks on Scroll and they're just sitting there like...
No, man, that's stupid. That's stupid.
You know what it is?
And then the arm comes out, the robot arm and the gun. It's like, yes or no? Yes.
In film school, on the film exam, one of the exam questions was about that. Like, will it ever die? And why do you think it won't? And the number one answer was escapism.
Like we want to get out?
Yeah. But now they figured out how to transfer escapism into your living room
device
through the mobile.
Yeah.
So now you can sit on the TikTok.
Well, I mean, then you got that VR, so you can just be in the theater.
But VR I will always want to go out.
It's true. And now we got AI. Like you're gonna see AI creators in like less than 5 years.
I'm trying to do that, to be honest. I'm trying to get like a big busty like alien thing, like that I'll be like the AI for, so I can like type it, like so I can put the VR, but like I'll be the AI thing and like do like an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah, facts. There's gonna be a lot of avenues opening up in the next few years.
You'll never know who's behind the screen, but I guess it don't matter at that point.
They're like following a sexy alien OnlyFans. Like, damn,
sexy
she's fine. And then all of a sudden reveal it's Bilal.
What?
Yeah,
I know.
like,
This is what I try to tell everybody about that stuff.
But I feel like in the future, it just won't be like, do you remember that episode of Black Mirror where it's striking vipers?
Oh, remind me. I've seen all of them.
Is that the new season?
Nah. It's
Is
like
that the Mortal Kombat one?
Oh, the two guys fucking each other because they play hot chicks in the Matrix.
Well, one's a guy, one's
the
a
chick,
girl, and then they be fucking, right?
Weird looks.
Yeah, and it's just like, and it's like you can feel it in VR, but then the question is like, it looks like a girl, but you know it's a guy behind the screen. Does that make you gay?
Yeah.
Well, does it make the other guy who's the girl?
You're half and half in it.
But he sees that it's a woman.
And you're attracted.
But the woman speaks like a woman?
Yeah, the other part of your mind knows. So you're 50-50 in it.
What do you mean 50-50? No, but what about the other guy? The other guy's a chick, and he sees.
Well, we know that's gay.
He's gay for sure.
That's gay for
He's
shit.
1,000% gone off the fucking.
Gayness is a spectrum. Maybe he's like 37%.
Well, one's
gay.
a little bit more gay than the other, though.
Who's gayer, the guy who's the woman, or the guy who's the man?
The guy who's a guy who's looking at a guy having that's the more
gay.
Yeah, but the one who looks at a girl but knows it's a guy behind, he's like a sliver, like 20%.
Striking
he's gay in
vipers.
there. He's gay for sure.
I
promise.
Okay, yeah.
Just because he knows. 20% of him knowing.
So that leads into my
Fucking
next
up.
question.
Trust
You're
me.
not gay.
No.
And you're dating Nadia, who's a
Which wouldn't be a problem if he was gay.
No,
But he's not gay.
at all. We have gays on the show. We have everyone from all walks of life. You'll see next month what's gonna happen.
All right.
It's gonna happen. It'll happen.
What's going to happen?
God. But yeah, Nadia.
Yeah, we're uncensored here.
No big dog gays though.
We're not having any sex on camera.
Don't bring any gays in here with no big dog.
There's no sex
No
on
big dog
Nems World
gays.
Uncut. It is uncut, but there's no sex for now. At least. We're no
For
Adam
now.
44.
What the
That's
fuck
what-
are you saying? For now.
44.
Yo, my name's Adam 44. I'm
Yeah.
Adam 44.
What happened, bro?
What is Adam 44? I'm lost, bro.
Just put
You're
this on.
Bro,
You're a good guy. You're a good guy.
Adam 44
Get on
is
the
the gay
internet.
version of Adam.
Get on the internet a little bit more. Holy.
Is that the guy we talked about last week?
Guess
Adam
who I'm shooting
44
today?
Magnum, bro.
Shooting with today.
Adam 44
Is that the guy from last week
the
that we
gay
talked
version
about?
of Adam
Was-
22. Adam 44 Magnum. Wow. That's
Okay. Anyways.
Back to
that
the
was
show,
hilarious.
guy.
Okay, so-
Jesus Christ.
So what's your background?
Well, my name is Dante. I'm a IT analyst for an infotech research group.
Okay, but what it's like being black?
Excuse me?
You're a black guy. What is it like?
Well, I wouldn't particularly say that I lean fully in the African American, region. I'm also Indo-European as well as 10% Middle Eastern.
Oh.
But more than anything, we're human beings, right? So
You're black.
I don't copy what we're.
Hey, you are a black guy. What is it like?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the suburbs, I grew up playing rugby, Aussie rules, of course. And then, on weekends, I like to play golf with the buddies. And my guilty pleasure is a little bit of an Aperol Spritz if my wife Cynthia's not watching, of course. You know what I mean?
What the fuck you talking about?
My life? Don't really. I don't. Wow. That's some nice jewelry.
Oh, you like? Here, brother, for you. Buzz down for you.
Yeah.
Hey, you like weed?
Oh no. That stuff is messes with my brain. I don't do the devil's lettuce.
Thank you.
Come on, bro, have some. It's your brothers.
You like?
No, I gotta drive. No, thank you. Thank you though. Thank you.
What about this?
Is that Remy?
Yeah, it's like little baby water drink. Good starter drink for us.
Right. Well,
Come on, bro, let it out. You're black.
well, I'm sure one shot wouldn't hurt. Bro, you put fucking Chief Keef, you put Beethoven in the same fucking room, you put the discography side by side. Chief Keef wins every fucking time.
Everything you love.
Fucking say.
You love Chief Keef.
You like Chief Keef?
You are in the cool.
Yeah.
I really.
But
like I was saying, bro, I don't need this fucking job, bro. Every day, wake up, clock in for the white man. What the fuck I look like?
Fuck the life guy. Fuck that shit, man.
Bro, and you know why?
Why?
Because I'm fucking black. Yeah.
Finally, fuck.
You're dating Nadia. She's a very talented R&B singer, and she's a content creator. What's it like shooting content with your partner and doing kind of couples content? And how does that resonate with fans?
Hey, how's it going? Getting a good workout in, huh? Gotta walk. Gotta run, can't run away too far. Bilal. Right, it's good for you to be here. Burn off that fat. Yeah, there's no camera anywhere, huh? I won't be caught. I wouldn't be in trouble if I was caught anyway. Go faster.
What are you doing?
Okay. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get a sweat myself. Boop. I think that, for one, I think when filming with a female in general, not just my girlfriend, especially when, you know, it's interesting because, you know, guys are so quick just to be like, all right, it's good. But, you know, women really need the angle to be right. We need the lighting to be right. We need so she alone will get at me for me taking really bad pictures, which I will take responsibility for, that I could be better with my picture taking. But I think even just filming, it's like sometimes, you know how we film shit, it's just like, it's good, who cares? It does care. So
you should see Paula. Holy frick.
Yeah. So I would say that it takes a little bit more, you know, attention to detail. Filming with the couple content, I think that you know, before I had a girlfriend, I was still doing technically couple content, but I was wearing a wig. I was the female. So in a sense, it's like I wouldn't really necessarily classify myself as somebody who does couple content, but I just think whatever's funny is good. And I think that, you know, Nadia has a really good sense of humor. She's a really good
hilarious.
Actress. So I think it's just perfect that it works, that, you know, we click like that, and it's been really good. So I wouldn't say that there was no challenge. Like, we met from making a skit together. So, you know, I think that's it always kind of worked from the beginning.
True love in a hopeless
Same
place.
interests. What do you want?
Exactly, yeah. And
So,
I think,
so do you find that couples content resonates more, like in general, for certain platforms?
I think couples content is...
Because we both got hot girlfriends, bro. We fucking put them in the skit. Someone's jerking off to it.
They're gonna be jerking off to this shit regardless if we're in it or not.
That's true. There's Adam 44s out there.
Yeah, we just tagging our names in this shit, for real.
Someone's always jerking off.
Yeah, someone's jerking off, dog. That's why I need to get to the same level as her, you know? So it's just a whole, just jerking off to everybody, you know what I mean?
Facts.
But I think...
Guys, we had a bit there and you fucked it up.
No, he wanted to know. He's like, who the fuck is Adam 44?
I'm sorry. I asked you.
So I have to
who
full
we
admit,
talking
I'm like,
about
listen,
last
Adam 22.
We talked about Adam 22.
But we did.
forgot.
Adam 44
is the gay
version of Adam 22.
Got it.
Which was just created by...
Which we just created.
Excellent.
trademarked. Yeah.
So someone's always jerking off. That's like the moral of the story. Thank you guys for...
it's kind of crazy to think about how many people like are jerking off.
Look at the cameras right now. Look us in the eye.
100%, well.
Look me in the eye.
Like, think about, like, how many people do you think in the world are, like, beating their meat right now?
Percentage-wise?
7 billion people.
And, like, that, we're just counting the guys. We're not even including the
millions.
women right now. So, like, we're just saying how many nuts are being busted as we speak. Like, as we speak, every second, nut bust.
Right
That's the energy right there.
Oh, 100% life skin and put in
7 billion people, right? 1% now. Let's say 1,000. That's still like
a million.
700 million people are fucking.
We're not even talking about fucking, because don't you feel like more people are jerking off than having sex?
If porn's the biggest addiction, is the biggest money,
Yeah.
Believe me, buddy, they're jerking in the billions.
There's definitely.
They ain't jerking in the
You
millions.
know what I would
1
say?
billion out of you think 1 billion out of 7 billion people are nut busting right now?
Right now.
No.
There's no,
No,
way.
no,
I would
too many.
say-
That's 1 in 7 people.
Right now, I would say.
1 in 7 people.
I
bro,
would be
that's too much.
confident
You
to
don't think 1 in 7
say.
people is
How many
jerking
people
off
in this
right now?
room are jerking off right now?
Yeah, but we're not talking about this room. Think about
That's
that.
7 of us, though.
This is
That's
a public setting though. If we were all alone, how many of us are jerking off?
Listen,
like individually in a row.
On the planet right now, my number's 350 million jerking off right now.
350 million?
Google search it.
Right now.
I'm gonna go with a
jerking off
billion.
watching this
I'm
going,
going with a billion.
Hey, put your dick away.
I'm going with a billion. I'm going with a billion.
A billion? That's
billion?
a
And what's
crazy
small?
number.
That's a small
He said a
number.
billion.
We never said
Oh, a billion.
We never said they're fucking.
A seventh of the world is not masturbating right
A
now.
billion
There's no way.
is
5
crazy.
billion.
A seventh of
5 billion
a
are lonely.
billion is starving right now. Maybe more. What are we going? Starving to jerking
A
off?
billion's jerking off right now.
You're crazy.
A billion
we're
is
gonna Google it right now.
crazy. You can't search that.
There's a comedian. There's a nonprofit. There's a
Oh.
Where's
It's a
ChatGPT?
What are the
nonprofit.
numbers? What are the numbers?
Okay, well, hold on.
billion.
You said 350 million.
350
I'll
million.
say.
Where's
I'll say.
ChatGPT?
I'll say. Ah, shit, that's a good number. Okay, I'll just say 500 million.
500 million?
Yeah,
And you were
I
1
fucking
billion.
told
Okay.
you.
says a
okay.
We're in
billion.
the
That-
billion.
okay, this is just
It can't-
I don't know. Somebody in
I think
Reddit
he's right.
posted this, but that means at any given moment there is a 0.297% chance that you are masturbating. Therefore, 0.27% of the people are masturbating. 7 billion is about 20.8 million. There are
That's
about
it?
21 million people masturbating right
That's
now.
it?
There's how many?
About
Get your
21 million
numbers
people
up.
masturbating right
Get
now.
your numbers up, guys.
But I feel like we could just literally just go to like the porn site traffic, and it would be more than
It would
20
be
million.
millions.
Some
Not
people.
at one
would be
given
in the
moment, though.
millions.
Right now, if I would,
21
right
million.
now, if we were to say how many people are
He's
on
right.
Some
Pornhub
people
right now,
aren't jerking off, and they're
watching.
just elegantly watching.
And some of it's women, you know.
Like old white guys at work.
I don't know if this guy includes women in,
but is that just like at the moment of climax, or is that just in the process?
in the process. Maybe their
I
mom
think
walks
that's
in,
low.
they finish halfway. they're
21
like, "Mom,
million?
close the
21
door."
million?
This is why the world is so stressed out. Because there's only 20 of you beaten off.
20 million.
Get the numbers up.
It's
man.
kind of
What
like,
else
you know,
said?
like at work, you have smoke breaks, you got like nothing.
We need to start a nonprofit.
There's a fucking-
We need to start a nonprofit to find out how many people are jerking off at every single moment.
Have an
and
anonymous
also
website. Let them just go and click.
Get the stats
So the
and
numbers
also work with the governments and just get someone to
What are
We
the
just
nut
gotta create
numbers?
an app that tracks
That's
this.
how
What are the
stressed
nut
out the
numbers?
world is. Only 20 million people. are
No, but in the
fucking
reality, I think actually porn and jerking off makes you more stressed. I'll be the
True.
first to say
And
it.
we-
It fucks
I
up
say
your
you
dopamine.
gotta
think it
get
makes you
that
weak.
no fat, brother. You gotta get that no fat.
This is a very, very rare love machine. But I cannot explain you how it works. There is lots of them in a city. They're actually very secret.
Bro, what's the longest you went no fat? Sex doesn't count.
He's right, yo.
Sex doesn't count? So like you
No,
can
if
have
you could-
sex?
yeah,
Without
but
jerking
just
it.
nutting.
Oh.
Without nutting. Yeah, that's holding it in. Goes up to your
Maybe
brain.
like
That's
I don't even know. This is like maybe like 2.5 months.
long. I
Damn,
did
that's
7. I
amazing.
did 8
That's
months
good.
once.
That's amazing. Your life changes.
I think 2.5
Shit starts
8
happening.
months.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
From
When we were
one
in
year,
LA, I was no fat.
I think your sex
Good
is
point. I
better
didn't even
too,
think about
right?
that.
Like you're a fiend. Like, bro, when I wasn't like, if you don't jerk off at all, and then you see your girl and it's been brewing and shit, bro, you're just like, oh,
Jesus.
fuck, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
just
brother.
real, just barbaric, like you know,
Savage
just
shit,
yeah,
that's what I
some
had in
real
my mind,
primitive shit.
There
yeah.
is that Taoist. Have you heard of the Taoist priest who's also a scientist, Mantek Chia?
No.
Everybody should check out Mantek Chia. He's on the Brian Rose podcast a lot, but I found out about Mantek Chia in like 2008 when I was like a kid. I was like, oh shit! I like read all his books, and he was talking about like no fat retention because like your chakras activate your ground chakras under your asshole, and then it goes up your spine and goes up to your crown chakra, but it's like levels to it. And like you get more creative, you get healthier, your cells are healthier, everything, your whole body, mind, body, spirit gets healthier. But he talks about like even having sex without busting.
I've heard that too.
And you're able to build a tantric reservoir to have like 4-hour orgasms, and you become a beast. So I was doing that shit when I was like 19, 20, and like I was like going out and girls were like, I'm like, They're like, where did you learn this? I'm just like, all right, man. And then I like drop my own energy.
What was his name?
Huh? Mantak Chia.
She's like, where'd you learn this? Mantak Chia.
100%.
But basically, he has an equation based on your age.
Okay.
And he's like, nobody should be busting nuts based on this equation. Like, I think for like a 30-year-old, it's like once every 2 or 3 weeks. And like for 45 plus, it's like once a month. And like
For like 20, what's your...
I think it's like once every 10 days or something.
Okay.
But I did the NoFap for 7 months. And when I did bust, it was orange. So...
What?
Oh,
fuck off!
Did you not?
Fuck, what
Did
the
you not have
fuck did
like
this guy just say?
No,
What the?
it's not orange,
No,
bro.
what?
That doesn't make sense.
So I think I Googled it. It's like the
like-
dead.
Listen. Was it a tinge of something, or was it fucking orange, like an orange?
It was like a tinge of like pink and orange.
But my question to you is, did you not have like, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
We're getting into it.
But
Like,
were you not getting like wet dreams and shit at night? Like, how
Nah,
did you, for 7 months, you just fully nothing
So
came
what
out
I
there?
noticed when I do NoFap, your sexuality dies down and that energy shifts into going to creativity or other things like productivity.
I believe that, yeah.
And then how horny you would be normally, you're like 70% less horny. And then, but sometimes you see something and like, something
On and
happened.
popping.
And like, but like I was trying to like
Go
stay,
time.
I was trying to stay abstinent. I was trying to be spiritual. I meditated. I was like doing my work. I was like, and then like, in LA.
Fuck.
So when
some
those strippers
shorty
were
stuff.
like, when that stripper was like,
That first girl that
Up in my
you got
face.
probably just destroyed, huh?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, for
like
sure.
she didn't know what she did. She thought she hurt you or something. Like did something to you.
I'm cheesed that wasted it on some random bitch I
Yeah.
met at a bar, but I'm not about
In
that life
LA.
anymore. I've always been a relationship guy, so every time I'd like have empty hookups, I'd be leaving. I'd leave these condos and apartments, and I'm always like waiting for the elevator. I'm like, yo, I just wasted like 9 hours. I could have been working on something.
You just said I'm a relationship guy, but after all these random hookups I have,
No, because I was
I
like, yo, I
understand
want to get my
what you're
numbers
saying.
up. I want to
Yeah.
get my experience
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I'm just
But
fucking
like
with you.
deep down, I don't know. I don't really rock with it. Like I think
Yeah.
everybody should have their experience,
When
get
they're-
their
yeah, a couple
experience
randoms
in.
is
But
your-
like
why
some
not?
of us are more like empaths, and we're more
Yeah.
into human connection. I've always been that way.
yeah.
I think it's an interesting concept. That's why I think porn is so negative, is because I do think that these are in a sense soul suckers, right? Or energy suckers. So like you ever be around, someone negative or someone, just not fully there, and you feel like by the end of the day they've like drained your energy, right? Like you feel like, oh God, like I can't, like you almost feel negative just by being around that person, and vice versa. You be with someone super positive, you're happy, you're excited, you're motivated.
Yeah.
And sex is literally the most direct transfer of energy. So if you're getting with a girl or guy, you know what I'm saying? But if you're getting with that person who drains your energy, like that's the direct
watch
point
out for
where
that
you're just like, bro, like you probably were going in that elevator feeling like a hoe, like she just took your energy, bro.
Facts.
Going down that elevator
Yo,
just feeling like shit.
I did
dog.
smash
Like,
this one Sith Lord, like this one chick that was like just sitting around her, pulling up to her place. I'm just like, something's off, man.
You feel
She's
it.
hot as shit. Something's
feel
off
it.
though. And I'm like, and then there's that voice, get your net, bro.
Yeah.
And the other voice like, you should not exchange spiritual energies with this person. Like, get your nut. Don't exchange energy with this person. Get your nut. Shut the fuck up. Da, 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 da. And then I'm like, I gotta get my nut.
there's
you
a
feel
skit
like
right
the
there.
world-
right
There's
over
a
it?
skit right there.
so
Took
much
right over.
more positive things would be happening in the world if men weren't so fucking horny, dog. Like,
Facts.
like we probably would be like in the
Fuck
year
this
fucking
medicine.
3,000, 2,000 years ago. if
Well,
we
that's
didn't
why
wanna
Nikola
fucking
Tesla
die.
was abstinent. Nikola
yeah,
Tesla,
I believe it.
1% of
Maybe he
his...
just didn't get bitches.
No, bro.
Oh,
This
he
guy
got
went to
bitches.
parties
You think
once a
nigga-
year. Once a year. Whenever somebody found out that was the day he was going out, he was 6'6" in the 1800s. Just like buttoned up,
and smart,
crocodile shoes,
he was fly.
swaggy. Like he would tell stories and like recite poetry. Everybody,
Tesla was the man.
Just
the most famous
creaming.
actresses from France and Hollywood. Every Hollywood didn't exist, but from France, they were like, "Yo, Mr. Tesla," and he'd be like, "Sorry, I have to go focus on my work. I'll see you next year." Like he went out once a
He didn't
year,
care about nothing.
and he made that like a spectacle. And then 1% of his inventions were made, and it's literally everything we use, including this and everything, radio, TV. But like if he got his funding, he didn't get his funding. So if he got his funding, we would have been 500 years
They
into the future.
purposely didn't give him that funding.
No, it's crazy.
What do you
It's crazy.
think about like, if like it's kind of that idea that, especially for creatives, like I felt like, you know, you want to come up with new ideas so much, right? Like, especially for me, if I'm posting a skit every day, I need to constantly be like stimulated. And I feel like I was in a point in my personal life where I just wasn't speaking to people. Like I was very secluded, didn't want to like talk to nobody, because like Nikola Tesla, I'm looking at all these people who are succeeding, and you get this idea that you kind of need to be tortured and you need to be like almost like in a room, just like almost like Kanye making beats for 3 summers. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't talk, I gotta make beats.
Yeah.
But my content, I don't know if my content was actually better. I feel like on a creative sense, you actually might get more out of it by exchanging ideas and being with people.
That's
like
the biggest thing.
You know what I mean? Like there's Ernest Hemingway, and I kind of think about his lifestyle where he's just in cafes getting fucking drunk, smoking cigarettes with his friends, talking about
Shooting the
stories,
shit,
and then
chilling
just
with
writing
Picasso.
fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what, you know, Tesla
was social.
It's different. It's different.
Mark Twain was at Tesla's house every Friday drinking with him.
It's different
It just was
with
the
Tesla,
parties.
because Tesla was saying with he did an interview with the journalist where he was saying, the journalist asked him like, what do you think of like, you know, getting married or finding someone? And he was saying
it in the end.
Well, he was saying as an artist, like it helps you, like having someone could help you kind of boost your creativity and whatnot. But when it comes to inventions, they only like stand in the way.
Why is that? Why do you think?
Why do I think it's that? I think it has something to do with it's more of an intellectual thing, and because we have the creative side of our mind and the intellectual side of our mind, right? And so I'm not 100% sure, but I think it has something to do with like you know, when you're inventing,
focus.
Yeah, you need focus on the intellectual side, and on the creative side, I think.
This is very important for the life. We call this camouflage station. So if you own some money, you can always hide behind this camouflage station.
It has to be a balance though, because you can't be inventing things and not be creative, right? So like,
That's true.
When you think about like people like Oppenheimer, or like these people who have changed the world, right? There's no way that you can get new ideas by not being introduced to new things. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like for Tesla, I understand when it comes to being productive, I think that's the difference, is there's creative and then there's productive, and it's that balance to take all that creative shit,
but you don't get too
but you don't get shit done. That ass. Like you almost need to write those ideas when you high as hell, and then just wake up and then finally be productive with it.
Too? Those kind of people, they have ultimate goal.
Like a vision?
In their head. Like you know how people have goals and it's spread out and everybody has a goal and different goals? Those guys, they have goals, but there's always like one ultimate goal. Like, I don't know about you.
They're visionaries.
Like do you have an ultimate goal, or do you have like just a bunch of goals that you want to set out? Or is there like one ultimate goal that you're trying to accomplish, or just a bunch of goals?
See, I would argue that I don't know if that's true, that these people have ultimate goals. Like I think for me, I have like this belief that of course there's things I want to achieve, but for me it's the constant movement. For me it's constantly like, I don't think there will ever be a time where I'm like, okay, this is it. Like I think I'm gonna constantly be, I don't want to say unsatisfied, but I'm gonna constantly crave the next skill that I can obtain and the next thing that I'm passionate about. So like, I know Elon Musk really wants to go to Mars, but I assure you that if he does go to Mars or when he goes to Mars, he's gonna say something else after, because that's kind of like in his
going to
character.
Venus.
It's constant. It's constant. Yeah.
So I don't know if I necessarily, I have a bunch of things I could tell you right now that I want to accomplish in the next, you know, maybe 20 years. But then after that, like, I feel like my passions and my life will change so much that I couldn't, it's kind of pointless to predict that. Like, I never liked chess as a kid, or I didn't even really like reading. And now I picked up chess, and now I really want to get good at chess, and it's like obsessive. Yeah, I want to get really good at chess.
Like 2 years ago, I was watching videos on techniques,
and that's me. Gotham chess every day, man. And just between chess and then just reading, I've been trying to like learn languages, because I'm half Egyptian, so I've been trying to learn Arabic and Spanish.
I studied Arabic for a year.
Yeah, I went to school for
Rajul Kabir. I am big man.
That's all you need to know. That's it. But yeah, I would say that just constantly trying to learn things, improving things. So I think it's good to have a vision of where you want to go. But then also it's just like, life is so
constant change.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like
constant change.
Like, who cares?
I'd prefer being a master, jack of all trades rather than a master of one.
That's how I feel as well.
I think we're all similar, because we're all artists.
Agree.
Yeah, and like as an artist, but it could lead to your demise. Like I don't regret anything, because I've been in each industry for 2-3 years, as a filmmaker, as a rapper, as a stand-up comedian, and now it's like culminated to this point where I'm like, I got some exciting shit I'm about to drop. So it's like, but during that whole haze, and I was like, you know, I was high a lot too, because I was dealing with my own depressions and own issues and personal things. I was like trying to figure it out, but I wasn't self-aware enough to realize, I can't do everything. You know, like maybe you can do everything. Donald Glover did it all, like one role model of mine. Other guys have done it all, but they always do one thing at a time. And I read this book called The One Thing by Gary Keller. It was probably the most profound book I've ever read. I highly recommend it for anyone that's super creative, because as creatives, we're like downloading God, or whatever you want to call it, the universe's energy, and you can just create, because spirituality is creativity. So like you're just a transmitter, you're a receiver for that, and like whatever you are meant to make, you create by downloading the creativity. So we could be artists, we could be painters. If you're creative, you're creative. Sure, you got to, learn the craft and all that. But like, I found that I had my foot in many different industries. And now I'm starting to realize, okay, like, you got to narrow it down. It doesn't mean you'll never do the other things, but you got to kind of like figure out a lane. But you get there by trying different things. So it's like, you got to try different shit to figure out what you are good at. Is that weird? Have you heard of Ikigai?
I'm reading it right now.
Okay, yeah. So it's like that cross section of like what you're the best at out of everyone you know, what you love doing the most, what is of most value to the world, and what you can get paid for. Like right in like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck it is. Like I know what this circle is. I know what that circle is. Okay, so I got to figure it out, But
what is that?
It's called Ikigai. It's the way like these like people in Japan, in a certain part of Japan, just live life. They like live.
They live longer. Eh?
They do, yeah, and they're happy. But you know what I was gonna tell you about like creativity and quality of life. Socializing is like a huge aspect of it. Because people in Europe and like all these top artists, they're like in the cafes with their homies like every morning, like routine, shooting the shit. Like, and I find it in the West, especially Toronto, like everyone's like this, so it's like it's hard to even like we're like trying to survive like 9 to 5, like whatever, like working.
I found LA was a good place where people were a lot more open to
Where?
Los Angeles.
LA, yeah. LA. I mean, LA's more easygoing, but it's still got that kind of like, yeah.
I think in LA you got I think it was more easygoing because that's what people go to LA for, is they go for film and entertainment and art. So a lot of people have the same vision, whereas here, we don't necessarily have a clear, concise, we're not like, we wouldn't be defined as an art city, you know what I mean? Even though we know, because we're in that realm, that there's a lot of good artists out here, there's a lot of creative people, but we wouldn't be known as that. So I feel like some people kind of have this fear of putting themselves out. But when you go to LA, you probably fucking moved to LA with the idea that this is what it's going to be. So you're going there with the idea that I have to get something to work. So you're asking a bunch of people, what do you do? Yeah, let's go get a coffee. Whereas here, you're kind of home. You're just like, oh, like, you know, you kind of take it for granted in a sense. So I agree. I think that, you know, we need to build that kind of community, and maybe we're just in the wrong circles.
Or the wrong place.
Yeah.
Because Toronto's like one of the greatest cities in the world. We have so much talent, but we're so cliquey and envious.
There's a lot of gatekeepers here, bro.
That too. It's just generally like screw face capital. I hate to say it, but it's like
Cock block central.
Huh?
Cock block central.
Cock.
Hello. This machine is very important, but people doesn't know about this. This is you can call long distance easy from this machine, and what you have to do, it's actually free. You just push this button, and let's say you talk with your mother who is somewhere, and then you're saying, "Hello, mommy. Yes, I'm okay. You're not okay? Okay, I call you some other time. That's machine good."
Well, I was gonna ask you, what is your creative process like for the different stuff that you do? Like, do you have a routine every day? Do you have a morning routine, nighttime routine? Do you have days you write? Do you have days you don't do anything?
So I think that I'm in the process of doing that right now, is like having a more defined schedule. I think that I just hired my sister. Actually, she helps me with like outreach emails, and yeah, she's kind of like, she helps me with my schedule and everything too. So she's been really good with, you know, helping me figure out kind of how I can be the most efficient. Like, I like the idea of like working smarter and not harder.
Facts.
Because I still want to live life. Like, I don't want to feel like a slave to my craft or a slave to anything really. So I've been trying to get into batch creating my content, which I've never actually done, surprisingly enough. I've always just filmed, and then maybe 2 days later the skit goes out. This time around, I'm gonna try filming 30 skits in a week. I'm gonna schedule, post everything, and then because I told you I want to focus more on music and more on my like documentary short films for YouTube and streaming and stuff, this way I can kind of just let the skits do its work. You know, I'll come through, respond to comments, but I just know that it's figured out, and I can focus, like you're saying, a little bit more hyper focused on other things. So I'll let you know how that goes. It's gonna be interesting because sometimes I make skits, and if I sit on it too long, I'm like, this is whack. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it no more. But I would. So that's why it's nice just to drop it, not think about it. But I gotta get out of my head with that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna let you know how the batch creating goes. I think as far as my process, it's I really enjoy going to coffee shops and writing.
Me too, dog.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's nice, dog. Like, I need some caffeine. I like getting out the house a little bit. And then as far as filming, I just try to do everything in sections. So you have the writing one day, you have the filming one day, then you have the editing one day. I find it really hard to go from video to writing to editing. Like, it's almost like I'm switching too many different things on in my brain. So I try to, you know, separate it.
How many skits do you shoot in a day? Do you try to do more than one?
Yeah. So like I said, on a regular day, I would probably film like maybe 2. And then sometimes I'll write 2, and then I'll film 2 that day, and then maybe I'll edit it the next day and then write the other 2. But for this time around, I'm going to, I spent like maybe the last 3 days writing 16 skits.
Nice.
I already have ideas in my notepad, so it's not like I'm just thinking of this stuff from scratch. So I have 16 ideas that I was like, okay, it's time to get this done, this done, this done. I wrote all 16, and then now for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll film all 16. And then from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna edit all 16.
Jeez.
And then Monday, I'm gonna schedule, post everything to be live for Tuesday. So I need to take a break from social media. So I took this week off to upload, just so I can kind of get this new process, because whatever I'm doing, I felt like I was constantly catching up, you know? Like I always felt like I have to make a skit because I have nothing left to post. Whereas this way, it's like, the month is done, I can keep filming here and there when the idea comes, and just kind of put it in a folder ready to go. And then I'm gonna let you guys know if that's
a journey,
the way.
brother.
Yeah,
it's a journey. I was gonna lead into asking you. So like, you're right now, is your content creation covering all your bills, or are you still working? Like a day job.
So I've essentially I've launched I guess a new media company called Dawson Digital Media.
Nice.
And right now we produce Snapchat shows. So, you know, those shows that you guys see, like, you know, on the yeah, exactly. Well, we do celebrity news on Snapchat. Nice. So we do a lot of Snapchat. Eventually, if I was to say, like, you know, we talk about ultimate goals, it would turn into something where, you know, we could kind of create a space and have other creatives come through and maybe charge for a physical space, or, you know, just kind of creating a bunch of different shows. You know, my sister's really good at, she's really good at brand marketing, and she's really good at like being a PR in a sense. So I think even being able to utilize my sister and getting creators like you and Nima and all these people, getting everybody paid, right? And kind of having it work under a certain agency. For now, Snapchat, my videos have been doing well. So like I've been getting just brand deals through that. And you can make money on Snapchat too if you're a creator on Snapchat. So I've been recycling my content and posting my own stuff on Snapchat, which has been good. To answer your question, the show makes the most money, and then would go my brand's deals, and then the Snapchat personal stuff.
Fire.
Yeah.
But you're no longer at the keg, are you?
Highs.
Highs. Highs?
Yeah.
Where were you working?
That was the high. It was Highs. It was Highs.
Yeah,
Highs?
it's Highs.
What's that? Like a Joey?
It was a steakhouse. Yeah. It's a beautiful steakhouse, by the way. I think I've worked at so many places that I could be like, it's shit. But I can't say this about this steakhouse. I've learned so much just about like wines and just finer culture, you know what I'm saying? And everyone there was really nice.
Oh.
Fuck, bro.
I'm in the middle of a fucking interview.
No.
Reset the camera.
We need that.
It's that time.
Just
the time. We gotta reset the camera.
We'll do an outro.
You hear that, Highs?
No, it was a great experience.
Still shouting you guys out.
Time out. Favorite
Still
wine.
shouting you guys out.
Favorite wine in
Do
general?
you like red, white? What kind of?
I'm personally not a wine guy. I'm a whiskey guy.
That's it.
So I'm
That's how we roll.
if I was
I'm an
to
old-fashioned
say,
guy.
yeah, I like
how we roll.
old fashions.
Let's go.
So if I was to say my favorite wine, it probably definitely I would prefer a red over a white.
Yep.
I would say for wine though, I actually would say that I liked a lot of the Californias.
Mm-hmm.
And
like medium, full body.
Yeah, not like medium.
Tannins.
Yeah.
Are you a tannins guy?
What is this, a fucking wine show now?
The guy's golfing. Ever since he started fucking golfing.
This guy started golfing.
He's drinking wine now. He's drinking whiskey. He didn't have us on the
We're
corner.
changing this show.
Like, and I honestly would say a lot of the new age wines I don't like. Like I find that the new age wines, like the ones coming from even Canada, unfortunately, I find that they're really sweet, and I don't really like sweet wines. I like bitter wines, and maybe that's probably why I like whiskey more too, is because it's very harsh. But as far as like my favorite brand, I couldn't tell you. I just know what regions I like, and I could tell you that if they're say full body, I'd say
I think I don't think anyone's gonna be like this wine in particular 1967.
Yeah.
You know what this is? This is the intro to Adam 44.
Tone it down, man.
Now let's whip our dick.
What?
Jake that boy.
We have a little bit of wine.
So wine.
But yeah, so I would say wines I definitely would like to get more into, but whiskey wise, I drink it straight. I don't do the ice, but I do like old fashions. I just try. It's more on like I hate to say it's more on like a health thing. Like I don't want to add sugars with the liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's how you get those.
You're already drinking liquor.
Yeah.
it digests as a similar thing.
Exactly.
Bro,
So,
liquor's sweet, bro.
but I do really like old fashions. And then whiskey wise, like what would be my favorite whiskey? I like tequila a lot too, but
Tequila's pretty good.
what is my favorite whiskey? You know, okay, if we're talking cheap, not cheap, but like, you know, affordable. I actually think Crown is one of the better. It's one of the better whiskeys out there.
Yeah, Crown's a go-to. Not bad.
And if we were to say higher quality, like some of the Japanese whiskeys really nice. Like I think it's Suntory or Suntory, one of those whiskeys. Suntory or something? No. It's Suntory.
Have you ever drank rakia?
Japanese whiskey.
Drank at IKEA?
Rakia, yeah. Rakia.
I thought you said, have you ever drank at IKEA?
Have I had grappa? The Greek grappa. The Greek
What's
liquor.
wrong with my ear? I thought this guy said get drunk at IKEA. I thought he said, have you had a grappa? I'm like,
yeah, it sounded like I said
yes
grappa
to both. But
Rakia is like, the best rakia in the world comes from the Balkans. So it's like a fruit spirit, similar to brandy, but it's, what's that?
You've given it to me.
You have drank it.
Yeah, you gave it to me. And it was good. I came to your
came
place.
over during the pandemic. Yeah.
I remember these things. I remember you saying
You don't say it's like grappa?
It was nice.
Wouldn't say it's like grappa?
Grappa?
The Greek one.
It is like grappa.
And Guyana, we have it, we call it high wine. Jamaica, they call it Ray and Neves.
Serbia is the most well known for their plums and raspberries, and they make the best Šljivovica, which is the rakia for plums.
We use the term rakia for many things. So it's a plum brandy, it's a grappa, it could be,
Rakia is similar to brandy, but it's not the same way it's made in like France and like the cognacs and all that. It's its own like distillation process. In the Balkans, like some of the Croatian ones that we do one with, that's kind of like mead, which is like out of honey. It's generally fruits, but it's fire.
Sounds good. Let me ask you guys a question. If like, okay, you're a social media, creator, and you have like people like KSI and Logan Paul who have Prime, and then you have Mr. Beast with his chocolate bars. If you guys had to have like a product, or you have Jay-Z with Douce, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would be your guys' product? Is that what you're gonna launch? Because I might do a whiskey, so I'm curious just to hear what you guys know.
I already know what my commercial is. So this is the craziest part about rakia. Depends on the religion, but like, a lot of Bosnians are Muslim. They love rakia too.
Oh yeah, we know those ones.
There's a meme. There's a meme.
That's when these guys gonna sell the liquor.
This is my favorite Bosnian meme. There's a meme of Morpheus, and he's got the blue pill and the red pill, and it's like Bosnia. It's like Islam or alcohol, and he's like, Neo's like, I want both. But basically,
it's a lot of Muslims.
So Croatia is generally like Catholic. So their priests are very like by the book. They can't marry. But in Orthodoxy, in like old Christianity, which is like East Serbia, Macedonia, Montenegro, the priests are free to drink and cook and bless the liquor and have families. So Orthodox priests in the mountains in these monasteries, they cook the rakia and they bless it. I want to have like blessed monastery rakia, and I want to have this is probably blasphemous, but I want to have like LeBron and Kevin Hart in some mountain in Serbia with giant beards, like Scandal, and they're like the ding, and the cattle are running through the fields, and the drones like getting them. It's like
LeBron's dunking.
Yeah. No dunking. They're just priests. With like big beards, and they're just like. And then they put it down on the table.
So what would you guys if you had a product like? And I was gonna say I'd do liquor, or I would do an energy drink. Like I love like Red Bulls and Monsters, so I'd probably do like some sort of energy drink that's like the most energy you possibly there's like Red Bull, then you have like cocaine, and like I'm just underneath just underneath cocaine.
So like how many Red Bulls does it take to send someone to the hospital, and how many of yours?
And we just need a little bit left. Like you can't have.
There's a sprinkle of cocaine in every can.
Listen, could be a thing. Coke did it.
Coke.
Yeah.
Hi, this is something very important for internet. This is a modem for internet, and you can also have a coffee if you put this capsule in.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to close, so I'm going to ask you one more question.
Stop. strain of weed, my own strain.
He'd have his own strain of weed. I can't answer that because I'd have to sit and think of it. I don't think it'd be rakia or energy drink.
He's allergic to weed.
So you have to think about what product you would want to do.
Or ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream. Even in the winter time here,
it's very different from weed to ice cream, but
both they go together.
Ice cream, weed.
Yeah, but I was gonna say somehow it makes sense.
Gelato, gelato. Every third strain gelato.
You gotta give them the problem and the solution.
Hollywood gelato. Shout out Hollywood
gelato.
Fire ice cream on Bayview.
Where? Great owners. That's right.
Where's that?
Hollywood
on Bayview.
Where is it?
Okay.
Bayview, Shepherd area.
Hello.
Lawrence, yeah. I grew up going to that ice cream shop.
That place is wicked. The owners are amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, to close it, anyone that's trying to make it as a content creator, what's your advice to that person?
Everything is always about consistency. So with anything you do, just be consistent. You're not going to be great overnight. You're not going to be great the first video you make. You have to make a lot of content. You got to make a lot of art. You got to make a lot of risks as well. I would say is don't care about what people say. You know what you want to make. You know in your soul what would make you feel best, and you know you could live your whole life kind of doing what other people say you can do, and then you're gonna live a very poor, unfulfilled, unhappy life. So do what you want and try to do it every day and do it to your full capacity.
Let's fucking go. Thanks for coming out, bro.
Yo.
Always here, brother.
My man.
Brother.
Sorry. You know I had to do the extra one that you guys, you know?
I'm like,
it's different. I told you guys it's different. That extra one, we gotta get that, yo. We gotta get that.
Well, guys, thank you for watching another episode. Tune in next week. We got another guest coming through. I'm not gonna say who it is, but you'll see. Turn up.
I'm about to hit the craft table.
You know what I'm saying?
You're the second black guy I meet.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. All right. Okay, who's the first?
The other guy from the show, Vagvan Boric.
Okay, yo, I know that nigga. That's crazy. Damn, all